Izzy?
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm really good, thank you. The weather's brilliant here, so it's great fun.
Oh, well, of course it is. It's Sweden. Isn't everybody over there supposed to be really deliriously happy?
Yes, so much so. All the scouts, all 40,000 of us here definitely are.
Oh, 40,000 of you?
All 40,000 of us, and from pretty much every country in the world are here.
How do you get 40,000 people into Sweden on top of the people who were already there?
With a lot of organisation, and in fact, due to our population, we're currently the fourth biggest town in Sweden.
You're the fourth biggest town in Sweden. I like that. That's a good scout fact. Brilliant. So why have you got 40,000 scouts all in Sweden then?
Well, it's our World Scout Jamboree, and these happen every 4 years. And as I said, a load of young people from all over the world come together to celebrate scouting because they've got a wonderful thing in common that they all do. They get to do a load of activities, meet loads of other people, and just basically have a great time.
Marvellous stuff. Now, obviously, scouting is for lots of people of different ages. What's the youngest? What's the oldest?
Our youngest is our Beaver Scouts, that goes to 6 to 8. Then come our Cub Scouts, which goes from 8 to 10 and a half. Then come Scouts, which is 10 and a half to 14. Explorer Scouts, which is 14 to 18. And then once you hit 18, you can join, become a network scout and, of course, become a volunteer and a leader.
Okay, and there's an upper age limit of about 25 with the older scouts, isn't there? So it really is people from all walks of life and all different ages.
Very much so.
Marvellous. What is it that's so good about being a scout?
I love it because it's just a big adventure. Everything that we do is fun and there's a little bit of a challenge to it, which is just so exciting for both adults and young people together.
Now, we've got 3 scouts with you, I understand, from Coventry and Warwickshire. Amy, Lucy and George. Hello, Amy, Lucy and George.
Hi.
Hello. Oh, you're so polite. That's what's lovely about the scouts. You are very polite. Now, George.
Yes?
You're a fella.
I am.
You are. That's good. It's a relief. And you've got with you Amy and Lucy. They're ladies. How do you feel about ladies being scouts, George? Answer carefully.
I think it's a good way to have ladies and guys in scouts. I mean, it varies between different activities. I mean, some activities favour women and others guys, but now that everybody, like women and guys, are together, I think it gives guys the opportunity to show their skills and women show their skills to guys and to girls.
It's an opportunity to show off, is what you're saying, George, there, isn't it? Yeah. To impress ladies. And does it impress ladies being a scout?
It could do. It depends on the person you are.
I suppose so. It depends on the ladies. Is somebody cracking a whip in the background there?
Yeah, there's an activity going on in the background.
And it involves cracking whips?
Yeah, there's a Polish activity out there. Whipping at the moment.
A whipping event?
It's quite a skill. It's part of their scouting back home, part of their uniform in Finland. They have a whip. So you have to try and rack it, which is actually quite a skill. So all the young people are having a go at it out there.
I'm not sure I'd want my child to become a scout if they go to Sweden to learn how to whip things.
Well, it's one of our spontaneous activities, so there are a lot more of other activities going on. We've got water absorbing, we've got climbing, we've got canoeing, we've got an adventure, a salt course, you name it, we've got it here.
Well, I wasn't going to name whipping, and you've got that apparently. That's left me quite startled, I have to say. Whipping. So the scouts have whipping.
It's part of the Polish culture back home. I think it's part of the way that they farm out there. It's an animal-based thing, so I think it's the way that they get their cattle and sheep all herded together. So it's quite a skill for the young people to learn.
I can imagine it is. It would prove very useful in later life, particularly if they're working with Danger Wedgbury. So, Amy, you're how old? 15? And why did you decide to join the Scouts then, seeing as you're a girl and all as well?
Well, I used to be a brownie and a guy, and my dad and my family were quite into scouting, so I decided to give that a go. And yeah, I've loved it ever since. It's been great.
And do you fancy having a go at the whipping?
I might give it a go later.
Yeah.
Looks pretty exciting, yeah.
I should. It's a way of keeping your cattle in order, I would suggest. And Lucy, being over there in Sweden with 40,000 like-minded folk, how has that been? You having a good time?
Absolutely amazing. We're getting to meet so many different people. It's such a great experience to chat to people from different cultures and beliefs.
And who have you enjoyed talking to the most?
We've met some really nice Austrian people. We ate dinner with them a couple of nights ago, and we tried some of their food, which was very delicious.
What did they have? Austrian cuisine and whipping. What a fabulous week away. What did you eat from the Austrians?
It was some sort of pancake-type mixture with applesauce.
Sounds wonderful. Pancakes, applesauce, whipping, Austrians. What a perfect week away. Now listen, obviously you're scouts, right? So you know everything there is to know about scouting and the world of the campfire. I am willing to wager that every night this week you've been ging-gangooling around the campfire, perhaps with a marshmallow on the end of the stick.
Absolutely not. We've been wandering around and partying different types of music, but definitely not sitting around campfires.
What, no campfires at all?
There's been some fires, but it's been quite popular music and people just being friendly and playing games more than anything.
Oh. I'm quite disappointed because I've developed a game especially for you that revolves around the world of the marshmallow and the campfire. And I don't know whether we can play it now. I'm a bit disappointed. Should we play it anyway?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, marvellous. OK, so Amy, Lucy, George, it's very simple. We play lots of games here on the afternoon show. Imagine, if you will, the three of you are sat around a campfire. You don't know what it feels like, but it's nice. The front of you gets inordinately hot. The back of you gets inordinately cold. You can compensate by spinning around. Anyway, so we're all sat around our imaginary campfire. In front of you is a plate of marshmallows. You put a marshmallow on a stick, put it next to the fire. When you finish toasting it, if you answer a question correctly, you get to eat said squidgy marshmallow. If you get the question wrong, an errant squirrel comes and steals your marshmallow and eats it for himself. The person at the end of the game with the most marshmallows wins. Is that clear?
Yeah.
OK, so Amy, you can go first because you're the youngest. George, you can go second. And Lucy, you can go third because you're the oldest and you will know the most. Is that all right with you three?
That's fine, yep.
OK, marvellous. Let's play Campfire Quiz. OK, now here's your first question, young Amy. It's an easy one to start. What's the youngest you have to be to become a scout? Is it aged 5, aged 6 or 7? A, B or C, Amy?
It's 6. You have to be 6 years old.
You have to be 6 years old. So your marshmallow's toasted. Oh, and you get to eat it. Yeah, because it is, of course, age 6. OK, now here's question number 1 for George. George, where did Baden-Powell, of course, the famous founder of the Scout movement, where did he establish the first ever Scout camp? Was it A, Brownsea Island, B, the Isle of Wight, C, the Scilly Isles? A, B or C?
A, Brownsea Island.
A, Brownsea Island, you say? Oh, with a manly firmness, of course it was. You get 1 marshmallow on your plate. Now, here is the next question. It's for you, Lucy. What's the upper age for scouting, Luce? Is it A, aged 20, B, aged 25, C, aged 30?
Age 25.
Age 25. Oh, there you go. There's another marshmallow out there and eaten. It's by our Lucy. OK, but the squirrels are coming, so you need to pay attention. Here's your next question, Amy. The largest of the squirrel family is the alpine marmot. I told you it got trickier. How tall can an alpine marmot grow? Is it A, 73 centimetres, A, 73 centimetres, B, 63 centimetres, or C, 53 centimetres? A, B or C?
I'm going to go with B.
You're going to go with B, you say, 63 centimetres. Oh, it's a question about a squirrel, and here comes the squirrel. He's taken your marshmallow, I'm afraid. No, 73 centimetres, 29 inches. That's some squirrel, isn't it? He'd have all your marshmallows away. OK, the next question for you is for George. Which of these cartoon characters, George, is a scout? Is it A, Charlie Brown, B, Tintin, or C, Dennis the Menace? A, B, or C? Georgie?
Let's go with B.
Let's go with B, you say. Tintin! You get the marshmallow for that one. It is Tintin. In fact, Hergé was a very keen scout person. Right, question next for Luce. You can't have a campfire without a marshmallow. Everybody knows that. Marshmallows, of course, are a sticky sweet confection made from corn flour and maize, but they're also a plant, and marshmallow plants were initially harvested to treat which of these malaises? Was it A, a sore throat, B, headache, C, cold? Which of those was treated by the marshmallow plant?
B.
B, you say headache, nose. Here comes a squirrel, and he's taken your marshmallow. I'm afraid, no. It's sore throats. Treated by the marshmallow plant. So far, Amy and Lucy just the one marshmallow each, but George has 2 marshmallows in front of him. Are you feeling good about that, George?
Yeah.
Yes, of course you are.
Me.
Of course you are. See, George, you can dine out on this for hours, but it could all change in the final round. And it's a question about squirrels that goes to Amy now. Oh, you've looked out with the squirrel questions. When was the grey squirrel first introduced into the UK? Amy, was it A, the 18th century, B, the 19th century, or C, the 20th century?
I'm going to go with B.
You're going to go with B, you say. Well, are you right? Was it the 19th century, or has a squirrel taken your marshmallow again? No, you get a marshmallow. It was.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, see, Amy's feeling it. See how Amy's feeling it, George?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, now, here is a question for you, George. Now, Richard Branson is a famous former scout, and we made him some coasters, in fact, for his birthday the other week. He claimed, though, to have left the Scouts without learning one essential skill. What was it? Was it tying a knot, B, lighting a fire, or C, helping old ladies across the road? A, B, or C?
I'm going to go with A on this one.
You're going to go with A. Richard Branson couldn't tie a knot. Oh, you are quite right, and you get a marshmallow for that, sir. He can't tie a knot. Who'd have thought? All those millions, he's probably got a knot tire working for him now, hasn't he? What do you do for a living? I am Richard Branson's knot tire. And finally for you then, Lucy, here's your last question. Baden Powell we're back to now, of course, founding father of the Scout movement. He was born in the UK, of course, but where is he buried? Is he buried in Kenya, South Africa, or London town? A, B, or C, Lucy?
A, Kenya.
A in Kenya. You're very sure about that? You're absolutely right? Yes, you certainly are. That is another marshmallow for Lucy. So that means then final scores are George has 3 marshmallows, Lucy has 2, and Amy has 2. How are you feeling, George? You're the winner of the inaugural Squirrel Game.
I'm feeling wicked, actually. I get 3 marshmallows now.
Yeah. Somebody else can give you the marshmallows. They're not coming from us. But yeah, marshmallows for everyone. And George has to pay because he's the winner. Thank you very much indeed, Amy and Lucy and George, for playing our Squirrel Game. And enjoy the rest of your time out there. When do you come back?
The 12th of August. On 7th, we go away to Ho-Ho, which is home hospitality, where we go to a scouting family for 5 days in Germany.
Oh my gosh, so you're off from there to Germany and then you're not coming home for ages. Well, listen, have a presumably 40,000 people not all heading to Germany.
No, not everybody. Everybody's getting stuffed around Europe, I think it is.
Oh, right, okay. Well, look, have a brilliant time, won't you? And we'll look forward to seeing you on your return. And thank you for playing our inaugural campfire quiz.